Welcome into another one-on-one session here at OKPreps Media Days. I'm Michael Knight, sitting down with Cashin linebacker Jacob Farrow. Jacob, we've got to start with last season. Start there, and we'll get into 2020. What can be some of the biggest takeaways from last year? Obviously, didn't end the way you would like, but at the same time, a lot of winning football, a lot of experiences that you can take into this season and try to build off of last year.
One of the main things was we did really good job communicating and just working together as a team. And just instead of going out there and trying to make your own play, go out there and do your job so the next guy behind you can get the play done.
Now, what has this offseason been like compared to the last couple where you're building towards, making a run at a championship game, and now you're trying to make it back there? Other than the obvious, which was, schools got shut down, but how has this offseason been different compared to the last couple?
Well, it's not with a team. You kind of got to do it on your own, and you don't have your coaches there to try and push you, so it's really just a mental game of whether you want to get up and work that morning or whether you want to lay in bed and not get anything done.
That was one of the things that I brought up when schools started opening up and teams could start getting back together and working out. One of the things I mentioned was we're about to find out who's been working, who's been taking advantage of this time and who has been just lying around and doing nothing. What has that been like, getting back with the team and, finding out, who all's been working during this time off?
Well, it's been great showing up to the weight room. We've had a lot more kids than I expected showing up in there. A lot of younger kids, and you can definitely tell who's been in a weight room and who hasn't been in a weight room over the quarantine. But overall, most of us look like we're doing pretty good, like we've been staying at it.
Now you're going into your senior season this year. You lose a lot of seniors off of last year's team. What have you been doing this offseason to try to take that next step individually, like to become more of a leader going into this season?
Well, for me, a lot of it was asking a lot of questions from previous seniors and trying to just prepare myself to explain to these kids or these younger kids that this is it, this is all we have. I mean, got to go out and give it your all.
Now for this season, looking at 2020, you guys, the non-district schedule is tough. You have a lot of really good football teams early on, and then the district is always difficult as well. How excited are you to get this season started? And honestly, 3 weeks in, you guys are going to know where you're at because you're going to be very tested.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. I love playing teams that I know I'm going to have to go in. It's just going to be a challenge. It's going to be a war. I like going into games like that.
Now, when you look at this season for Class A, obviously, Ringling probably has a big target on them. Do you feel like Cashin has a big target as well? Look, you guys have won a lot of football games the last couple of years. I
feel like we should always have a target for us. We're a good football team. We work together well, and I don't know. I feel like we should be definitely some cool school to look for.
Now, when it comes to this, off season for you personally, other than what you've been doing to take more of a leadership role, athletically, physically, what have you been doing to get yourself better for your senior season?
I've been going to my buddy's house and lifting at least 3 to 4 times a week, trying to stay in shape, stay steady, keep a strong build, and make sure that once I get to season, I'm only going to be stronger than I was before.
Now, the 2020 season, we mentioned the schedule that Cashin has, a lot of really good football teams. Is there one game that you're looking forward to the most in 2020, and why is that?
I'm really looking forward to either Rejoice Christian or against Thomas Facuster, because I know both of them have a good group of athletic kids, and I know we have a good group of athletic kids, and I think that'd just be a good war, and it'd be a fun game to play.
And then now finally, for you going out your senior season, what has to be different for this year's group to not only make it back to the championship, but to be raising the gold ball in December?
A lot of a lot of teamwork, a lot of boosting. Can't let your teammates drown. I feel like we got to get a line going. Got to get those younger kids in there, help them. We got Colton Southall. Hopefully he can help those younger kids, direct them where to go. Joey Wilson, he'll be good. I think that our O-line, I think will be good though.
Yeah, look, a lot of talent coming back. A lot of eyes will certainly be on Cashin. You mentioned it. Cashin should always be one of those teams you consider in Class A. Certainly that is the case. Jacob, thank you so much for sitting down with me, and good luck to you and Cashin this fall, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
He's Jacob Farrow. I'm Michael Knight. This has been another one-on-one session here at OKPreps Media Days.